As we move into a new month of February, I see a lot of people, they're good on following that as I document that. I think I was one of the first people in the Bahamas to campaign by via phone. And I always document the time so that they don't think it's old. And I always come on the 1st of February, a new month, 2023. And if I had the money for the people that comes up to me and say, boy, you're doing a good job, keep on keeping on, that does nothing for me. Just like today, I would have loved to be in Nassau, because I think that when any amount of black people coming together on any issue, it's a plus, because the Bible speaks about being on one accord. Don't care what it is, but if we could collectively come together and fight for the betterment of the Bahamas and indeed Abaco, especially if you all see what I see every day in Abaco, you will want to fight. But you know what they do with Kai Mills? For the past 2 decades, just like today, got you tied up in court. So when everybody said, oh, you're doing a good job, I have never seen one of these people in the last 2 decades in court. I've never seen one of these people give me $1 to pay for my lawyer. When I'm locked up, they don't visit. They don't send a meal of food. So all that is lip service. It doesn't sink in my head. It's like a lizard. It goes through one ear and out the next ear. All that praise that you all give me, just keep it to yourself. I don't need to hear it. I don't do what I do for praise. I do what I do for information, period. Because I have a constitutional right. Although the other day when I got locked up here in my house, because Farah Noble and Donald Roll think that I said something wrong that I am right on, 100% right. They crooked. Period. And I will die with integrity. That is the word that is missing in just about every government department in the country. I had a fella just dropping from the airport today. The February 1st came on Western Air, Eastern American. He said he just had some golf carts and he had a good taxi driver in Nassau that was a policeman. You don't know what he said when he said was a policeman. And he had to tip everybody $100 to get his boat on the Duke today. That doesn't sound, that doesn't do good. And then he was talking, the same American fellow was talking about what I know. When he came to bring generators and things for Hopetown and Marshaba, he went to the only doctors available, the police there, 20 police there, saying that he has to turn over the 20-some plus generators that he had, all the goods they had need to turn it over to the armed forces, and then he must turn around and go back to America. He said, you know, we will do that, but we want to record your face and what you're saying. And then he said, the police told him that they're going to send the stuff to Nassau. That ring a bell in his head. Why are you going to send them to Nassau when the people in Hopetown and Marshaba need them today? So he tell the police, said, let me record you so I can remember who I give the stuff to and what you saying. So the police cursed him and they drove away. And you had so much incidents of this in Abaco. But it's so sad to see a guest came in He has a house in Hopetown, drove with me today, and he talked about everywhere he go in Nassau, he had to pull out $100 to do business. And he said something what I know. He said, you know, where are you from in Florida? We just went through a hurricane over there in Florida. But if you pull out $1 to give any officials in America, especially a police officer, they frown on that. You are locked up for bribery. They think it's an insult to give them a dollar. And in the Bahamas, the police grin. $100 gone right to Sabas. As soon as they get it, they carry right down there to Sabas. It come in their hand and out their hand. But it's so sad that in this country, even the courts, I went into the Supreme Court and able to do business with the clerks. You gotta give them some monies. They always have a fundraiser or somewhere to try to get money out of you. How and why has that happened? How and when is it gonna stop? It is vexing when a tourist can come on the plane from Nassau and to talk down on my customs official and my other officials that he encountered in Nassau. He can't get in the door unless he wave $100 American in our officials' face. We have the same thing, same problem in Abaco. Same problem in Abaco. That's why I speak. But I don't speak to get recognition. I speak to shine light on this vexing problem. 3.5 years. Monday gone, 1,000 children couldn't have a shower to go to school on Monday morning because the water was off all Monday night, all Monday day, and it's just now trickling back and forth. This is basic needs. My member of parliament, whether I like it or not, Kirk is my member of parliament until the time that he's resigned or election is called and he get beat. But Kirk worked over 2 decades in water and sewage, and he cannot even get water to flow through the taps for the moms and the pops that want to have a shower, want to flush their toilet, want to brush their teeth. 3.5 years later, a year and a half since the PLP has become the government, my member of parliament is the member of parliament for North Abaco, and he worked directly in water and sewage. 90% of the boys that are in water and sewage voted and supported Kirk Cornish because he was their boy, and they boy and them, all of them collectively. It's a duck egg because 3.5 years later, we cannot go and find some normalcy of basic necessity, basic needs. We can't get water to flow through Dundas, Murphy, and Mashaba on a timely basis. That is why I speak to remind them that they have a duty to afford and to give us basic needs. 3.5 years later, John Pinder and Kirk Cornish can't get a bag, a black top to put in the holes throughout that Abaco. From Sandy Point to Crown Haven, not one single black top has been put on the roads in 3.5 years, and we pay tax every year, every month, every day, every week, and we can't get basic needs like water and a whole fix that's costing us shocks, tire, brakes, and we know, as you know in Abaco, that most of the mechanic shops are closed down. So something as simple as a shocks brake is expensive. But you got Kirk Cornish and John Pinder that does not speak for the people that elected them. All they're looking for It seems like month end to collect their salary, but it's more than that. We need somebody to speak besides Kai Mills that do not have the elected position to speak for people of North Abaco and South Abaco. Kai is still there speaking, but he's not elected to speak. Kai case, you get the members of parliament that you vote for, but Jesus Christ, no. You don't deserve John Pinder and Kirk Cornish, but you are stuck with them with the yellow shirt and the pork chop, chicken, and calic for the next 4 years. God help us. We need more than this. Kai case.